Shots fired, shots fired. Come in, Mayday, come in. Do you read? No, I'm just kidding. Hello, ADD fam. Sorry, it's a jump back there. I gotta get rid of some trash from work. It's not nasty debris. It's paper, plastic, stuff containing work. There's nothing, bugs can get in or whatever, etc., etc. So, thank you, Danny Birdman. Once again, I give it up to you. You turned around and you made it right. Very commendable. If others could only get something from it, learn from it. So, as always, as usual, and there again, I'm going to come off as a crazy guy, a heretic, a religious nut job, all that. Nothing new to me. Nothing new to me being the guy to get singled out. Sorry, I got some eggs still left. I've been attacked since a kid. Since I was a boy, I've been attacked. And it's, the more that goes on, the more it's making sense to me. The more the good Lord, our Heavenly Father, is revealing Himself to me. Let me go. And shout out to all you that support me. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for anything that you do involving this channel. I'm grateful and appreciative. There's no one that'll come on here and comment and that I won't interact with you. I'm grateful for it. And I hope to never get so big that I couldn't address every person. I'm always going to give you a heart and a like, unless I don't like what you got to say. So, that's for one person in particular. There's only one person that I haven't given a heart to. They said something about, hope Karina gets sober. You're not going to get my love and support on that. I'm not going to bash people all the way out. They got their own views and things, fine. But you're also not going to get me to agree on things that I'm not in agreement with. So, this morning has been another one of these prolific roller coaster rides. I get up, I go 9 times out of 10, I've run out of cigarettes. I go straight for the gas station. It's right down the street from my house. Usually I'll smoke a cigarette, and I'll go take a poop, and I'll eat breakfast and leave for work. On the way to get my cigarettes, I seen that Danny Birdman Martin did a video, State of the Union address. It was funny, it was classy, it was all that in my eyes. Thank you, Danny Birdman. I wish more people could see and learn from our mistakes. I'm still at 49 years old. I'm still learning from my mistakes. I know I'm not perfect. I've always known this. I try to get better with each and every day. So Danny Birdman, I can tell the same. He made a nice video. Pretty much in so many words, he's kind of patting me on the back. Thank you. I'm grateful for that. I really am. And at the same time, taking fault, pointing out his own mistakes. That's what it's all about here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what, not just YouTube, that's what the world, what life's about. Coexisting, getting along with one another, all these kind of things. It's huge on my heart. It's huge for people to get the right message. And so, God uses all of us, every single one of us, good, bad, or indifferent. You can believe it, you could not believe it. There again, on everything now. I come back and I'm listening to Danny's video. This is good. One of two. The crazy things I say sometimes come in pairs. They're coming in pairs this morning. Danny says something, and peace. How do you put peace in something? Peace and safety. As God is my witness on everything now. And if you don't know by now that I'm not going to play with God's name, being right or wrong, none of that. We're in the end of times, and I'm pretty much certain. I didn't sell out to the Illuminati. You can see that. Why? Because I so heavily believe in an afterlife, in God. So why would I turn the Illuminati down to come on here and then say something about involving God that's not true? It's all true. All the coincidences, 100% true, 100% fact. I didn't, I didn't, whatever you call it, redo it, vamp it, nothing. Everything's come out of my mouth has been fact. He's saying something about peace and treaty, peace and safety. My wife is reading the Bible and reads that at that same time. My wife goes like this on everything now. She turns around and she's lit up like she hit the lottery. Said, and she was stunned. She was speechless for a minute. She said, "Do you know what he just said?" I said, something. And she showed me what she's reading. I put it on Danny Birdman's on his channel, Thessalonians 5:3, I think. Says it right there, something about something, and peace and safety. She's reading what, and while I'm playing the video, and when he said that, she's reading that at the same time. On everything now, God uses all of us. He's using you too, Danny Birdman. Don't think that you're any different, any less. You're stronger and more powerful than you know. We all are. Every single one of you can and will be, if you choose to be. Like I said, a year and a half ago, I didn't even know about these coincidences. A year went by that the 322, a whole year went by before I even thought about it. It ever even crossed my mind. And if the Illuminati dude didn't hit me up, it may not have never even crossed my mind. I kept seeing it and I'm looking at it. I'm even looking at the video me and Alan Gunner done, and I'm watching other people make fun of me in the video me and Alan done. But the 322 never clicked. And that's one of the things with disability, with LD people like me, we can't grasp it all in. I'd have to read a book. Sometimes I'd have to read it 2-3 times, because in the middle of reading something, even something I'm interested in, I'll lose focus, and I will have read the page, and I'll look back and I know I read every word out loud, but I don't even know what I've blank out. And, every so often I'll have to stop and maybe go take a break or something, clear my mind and come back. I'll read something and not even digest it. It's very, and like I said, there again, I could go and I could take medicine for this and I can make it all go away. I'm certain now more than ever I'd make it all go away, and I would be more, like you guys, could read a book once, could remember everything. I lose tools. I left some kind of device on the job yesterday I was at. Guy just called me. I don't listen to messages. I just listen to the message. I left drop cloth and a tool on a job yesterday. Sucks. It's way out of the way. This is just one example of, the, chaos, out of orderness that my mind does and plays, does tricks on me. That's the bad. Then there's good. These coincidences, they're all factual, promise. Just happened again this morning. Thank you, Danny Birdman. Proven fact that you're part of the story.
Mile, continue straight onto Georgia 6 East Thornton Road.
Good, bad, and different. Your enemies, your allies, people you can't stand, love, hate, they all play a part in this beautiful thing we call life. Just proved it. Just factual. Danny, you were part of my story. You were saying peace, and my wife's reading at the same time. Mind-numbing. Another one of these mind F's. I promise on everything. She goes, and I said,
continue straight onto Georgia 6 East Thornton Road.
Heart attack, convulsion or something, but I could tell that she had a smile in there, but it locked her up.
Continue on Georgia 6 East for 3 miles.
One of those. So, Danny, you're being used by God too, buddy. That's awesome. You should be proud of yourself. Be proud of that. We can all be used. Like I said there again, my whole life went by. I never knew any of these coincidences. Never understood it. Never even thought about it. Never gave no energy. I never, I didn't even know. I was on drugs most of those times. Heavy sedated drugs. try to take myself out of the equation mentally. We live mentally, I can't even put it in words to you. All of you that have had addiction problems and are still in addiction, I'm certain now more than ever, there's good, bad, and different.
There's a speed trap ahead.
The addiction is a demon. Call it what you want. It's not good, is it? If it's not good, it's bad. Good, bad. Good and evil. I believe there's demons attached to addiction. I believe it now more than ever. I've said it on here. I never believed in Jesus my entire life. I believe in Jesus now. It's a fact to me. I see and I hear and I watch all kinds of different religious things that catch me. I'll be frank and honest. Most of them, bad devil and hocus pocus type, borderline witchcraft stuff. That kind of stuff interests me, etc., etc. It's a fact that the addiction and all that, it's a demon. I'm not gonna say I'm flooded with demons, but I now know that there's there's extra out. There's angels and demons. My wife took a picture the other day on Facebook. You can go see this, and there's like a halo around her head, and there's lights off to the side, so you can easily. And I said this to her. I said, I'm not a hater, nothing like that. I'm not discrediting you, but what I'm just telling you what the world, the average person's gonna say. Oh, is that just that light reflection? No, it wasn't a light reflection. There's a halo around her head. It's fact that there's angels in my bedroom. My cats are staring up in the ceiling. It's a fact that cats were guardians of the underworld. You can look and see this and fact check me. Because they're spiritual beings. They see, and this is fact, this is not hard to find what I'm telling you. They see light, they see vibrations, they see more than we do. They see the angels around us. My cats will be staring in the same spot all the time. And when my wife's reading the Bible and praying, more so. My cats will get right up on the Bible and right up next to my wife. Some angelic madness, okay? Beautiful. That's all I can tell you. Beautiful. Like I said, I never believed in Jesus my entire life up until a couple of months ago. Now my wife's showing me Bible scripture and verses and etc. And I'm seeing with my own two eyes. All these maddening coincidences.
In a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the I-20 East ramp.
And what I'm about to tell you brought tears to my eyes a few minutes ago. And I hope it doesn't again now. Not my intention to get on here and weep and willow. But I'm only human. So
use the right lane to take the I-20 East ramp.
And there again, you speak stuff into existence, okay? Believe me, don't believe me, whatever.
In half a mile, merge onto I-20 East.
Even to my doubters. I've proven it to my fans, the people that support me. I've proven it. I've talked about somebody and they've come and they'll cross my path, right? Yes. If you don't believe it, I'm sorry. Go back to first video, it says coincidence, and work your way through. You can ask Richard Dowling. He's been here with me from the beginning. I may even start to make a believer in God out of someone that wasn't a believer. I hope I reach people, and I'm not giving you the wrong messages. Like I said, I'm more certain than ever that there's God, and these coincidences are, I don't know what you call it, proof, evidence.
Continue on I-20 East for 6 miles.
Sorry, I'm on my way to work. And where am I on my way to work to? Noonan, Georgia. I've not been to Noonan, Georgia since, give me a minute, since I was about 19, I believe. 19, 20. It was before I was 21. Definitely before I was 21 and after high school. After high school, I went and I was in a junior college and wasn't doing very well. was in 2 junior colleges. Didn't like either of it. Wasn't fit for me. ADD played a part in it. Even with, I was on ADD medicine at the time, I still wasn't clicking. So my parents put me in this place for people with disabilities. I've talked about this, right? This is where me and Aaron were in together. Like a rehab / kind of mental institution / place for people with disabilities, okay? It's in Noonan, Georgia. I haven't been back since. 18, 19 years old. So, what is that? Over 30 years ago. Way over 30 years ago. 30 years probably right at. This place is far. Look it up, Noonan, Georgia. It's where I'm on my way to. It brought tears to my eyes when I heard it and saw it. Every morning, sometimes I do a job and I'll go back to the same job. Some jobs are 2 days, some jobs are 3 days, but 80% or greater of the jobs I do are 1-day jobs. So I'm constantly going all different places. This one's in Noonan. Noonan's far as F. I haven't been there since I left that place and swore to never go back. It was the same place that I said that I was friends with this guy Troy, who shot himself in the head with a gun, and the bullet bounced around his head and he lived. And it messed up his functions, and he was blind. He literally stuck a gun to his mouth or his head or something, shot himself in the head, and lived to tell about it. I told a little bit about this. This is the place. It's called Warner. I want to say it's Warm Springs. One of our presidents, Roosevelt, D. Roosevelt, whatever, I don't know. All I remember and know for sure is that our President Roosevelt had disabilities, okay? He started this place. He started a foundation back in the day, Warm Spring, or is it Warm Springs? Etc. He, like I'm saying, he had disabilities. You can look this up, fact check me. I want to say I'm having a hard time remembering his first name. Something Roosevelt, okay? Started this place up here. It's like a school, like a place, for people with disabilities of all ages, from, my age, 18, 19, all the way up to, there were people there that lived there, and like I said, everyone there had a different kind of disability, and from, minor all the way up to major. This place is in Noonan, Georgia, which is way out in rinky-dink.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 51AB for I-285 south toward Montgomery, Macon.
We're headed there now. I haven't been back since. I'm going to Noonan, Georgia. This is the place I'm telling you about, where I went for kids with disabilities, and I couldn't go home. I was stuck there for a long time. I don't remember how long I was there. I want to say 6 months or longer. And I didn't have a car at the time. As I've discussed, I was in between vehicles at the time. I would wreck vehicles. I was, ADD kid, done all kind of dumb, stupid stuff. And so my parents wouldn't co-sign me a loan for a car. So I'd always have to get these junky kind cars that, paid cash. And so I was in between a lot of vehicles. This is during that time. I didn't have a vehicle. So I'm stuck at this place. Many weekends I didn't go home. I tried, and this place is far now. I tried every which way I could, but loose, to get a ride to go home. I hated this place. I couldn't stand it. Like I said, it's a place for people with disabilities. You see my disability is, get off track, this kind of stuff. It's major, but it's also kind of minor, right? comparatively. If you compare me to people with disabilities, okay?
In half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 51AB for I-285 south toward Montgomery, Macon.
I didn't feel like I belonged. I didn't fit in. I'm bragging. Same, a decent-looking guy, right? All the 99.99% of the people in there.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 51AB, then keep right at the fork to continue on exit 51A.
The people in there.
Keep right at the fork to continue on exit 51A.
From A to Z, okay? I didn't like it. I felt embarrassed.
Continue on I-285 south for 10 miles.
Humiliated. Embarrassed. Ashamed. All that. I dealt with all that during that time period while I was there, okay? My friend Aaron, who killed himself, was there with me. I was there for a couple of weeks, I believe. I wasn't there. I was there a little bit, maybe about a month or two or so, and then Aaron showed up. And then I felt a whole lot better about it. I had my buddy with me. He didn't have a car either at the time. So we were both, there was a guy that lived in this place called Hapeville, Georgia. One of the guys there. And he had a car, and he went home on the weekends. He didn't go home every weekend, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of the times he would go home. Maybe not even that much. I didn't get to go home that much. Many weekends I had to stay there. Whatever reason. Sometimes my parents were busy, and they wouldn't be able to come get me. Because I'd have to go home with this guy to Hapeville, Georgia. And that's an hour over on the other side of Atlanta. And then I'd have to get a ride from there home. So there were times that my parents said Dad was out of town working, whatever the deal is. My mom wouldn't get on the highway. She's scared to drive on the highway. A lot of times this guy left and I couldn't go with him. So then Aaron came and made it easier and better on me. We drank a lot. They did stuff there where you could make money. Had a little bit of money. And then this girl Stephanie that I was in school with came. This girl was in LD class with me that I knew from school. Thank God she came, and she had a car. And this was towards the end of my stay there. Her, me, and Aaron would get to go home every weekend. I hated this place. I hated being put in this place. I was embarrassed about it. I've been embarrassed. I'm still kind of embarrassed about it. I can't reach or get across to anybody without telling you all the facts and all the truth. And the facts and the truth is, I'm headed there now, and I haven't been back since, but I've been talking about it a lot lately. This place, Noonan, Georgia, look it up on the map. It's rinky-dink, it's very small. There's very, very, very little to no chance that I'm not going to pass this place or be right down the street from it. Like I said, Noonan, Georgia is small, and at that time, there was nothing in Noonan. It was like 20 miles off the highway. They didn't even have a regular grocery store. They had one old-timey gas station, country store, and that's all there was in those days. There was nothing around. And all you could get was dirt weed. I talked a little bit about it. For those of you that do and don't know, I've had a lot of maddening coincidences. And Ryan, another reason I was close with him, is part of it, okay? Let me explain. I was talking with this guy. It's been a couple of years ago now. I've discussed our conversations on Facebook, right? I'm talking with this guy on Ryan's channel, on his Facebook, and we're correlating back and forth. We get on a subject. I don't even remember the subject, but it was something we all related on. Addiction or something. Something where we all were kind of the same. And I don't know how it came to be, but this guy out of the blue says something about Noonan, Georgia. He lives in Noonan, Georgia. And I got took back once again. I'm like, I haven't even heard Noonan, Georgia. Never even heard of it. since I left there at 18, 19, however old I was. 19, maybe 20. I definitely wasn't 21. That's when I started dating a stripper and all that kind of stuff. So I meet this guy that lives in Noonan, and we correlate back and forth, etc., etc. That threw me way out there. Like, wow. This has been, something that's been on my heart, my mind for a long time now. I'm headed there right now. This is kind of freaking me out, truthfully. It's good, and it also, perfectly frank and honest, it hurts my feelings. This is embarrassment to me. There's nothing good about this to me in my eyes. The only thing good about it is I can share my stories and show you that once you start doing the right thing and get on the right track and get on the right path in life, things will fall into place for you. Things are falling into place for me. I'm starting to gain traction on YouTube for the first time. This is something I've been praying to God about, asking for me to blow up, to do it my way, not the Illuminati's way, not to be a part of the system, to be for God, to be for good, to get across to people with ADD, LD, mental disabilities, disorders, whatever. Trying to show them that we can be better. We can be fantastic. We can be awesome. I never knew that growing up. I've been depressed my whole life. Even when I was happy, part of me was depressed. It's all through school. School was a hard thing to do and digest. Talking about this has been a hard thing to do and digest. I don't get pleasure out of telling you people the horrors and the embarrassing shit I've gone through and dealt with in my life. It don't please me, whether you believe that or not. It really doesn't. How many times you see me on here laughing and smiling and cutting up, compared to me looking like this, like concerned, upset. I'm not happy, I'm upset, truthfully. It's not a good thing to me. But it can help. I hope guide people in the right direction. People that are lost. I was lost. Okay, I was lost in my addiction. I was lost in my ADD. I was lost in my LD. Been that way my whole life. It wasn't until my best friend killed himself did I see where I could do something better in life. That I could be and do something amazing. You may not think so, but those of you that have studied me and know my coincidences and have done the research like I've told you, they all know it's true. A lot of doubters here. There's always going to be doubters and haters. I see myself now more than ever as a prophet, as just like the people that wrote the stories of the Bible. Same
In
things
2
going
miles,
on.
take exit 61 for I-85 south toward Columbus, Montgomery.
Same things going on right here in my life. I'm being steered in the right direction. I'm being steered and pushed to do this, to talk about this, to fight with this person, because this is all a part of it. Birdman, Luke, Kree, you guys are all a part of it. Without you, I couldn't touch on some of these subjects. I wouldn't have been able to. You guys made it possible. Being my haters, my enemy, my whatever, however you want to see or take it. And Luke GTV, if you're watching this, hats off to you, man. Big props, big ups to you. I'm going to take some of those videos down. Luke GTV came to me and said so many words that I did a great job on the last video. And he wasn't kidding. You're doing a good job. I believe him. I know when somebody's being sincere when they're pulling my leg. So he's done this twice now, kind of patted me on the back. I went and looked. He's taken the videos down that he was slandering me. He's taken them down. I think I made a change in him. I think I might have got across to him. I think I might have got across to a lot of people. I think I might have got across to me. I hope that resonates with some of you. I hope you get something out of this. So, you would have to go through and read all my stories. You have to dissect it all to know all about it. To know
In
all
half
the
a mile,
coincidence.
take exit 61 for I-85 south toward
Sorry.
Columbus, Montgomery.
You'd have to literally go through and see every single coincidence. Ryan has been a part of that as well. The guy with Noonan, there's another one. This one's a mind blower. Jody coincidence. I'm talking
Take
to
exit
Ryan.
61, then keep right at the fork.
I'd say most of you don't know, because there's more people that are new here than have gone through this with me. There's only a handful of people that know my coincidences. Very,
Keep
very
right
few.
at the fork.
Most people get turned off by it, think I'm a kook, I'm crazy, I'm full of crap.
Continue on
Whatever.
I-85 south for 18 miles.
I have nothing to gain by lying. I have only to gain by telling you the truth. Only. God's watching me right now. I'm representing Him. I don't represent this world. I don't represent the devil. I'm trying to represent good, God, wholesome, what's real and true in this world. A few years ago now, I was on with Ryan, and this guy's talking. There's the three of us in this conversation. This guy, David Black, okay? So, and some of you'll know this, most of you won't because you're new here. So me and David Black and Ryan are in a chat on Facebook. It's several years ago now, at least 2+ years ago. And so him and David and Ryan are talking, and me and David and me and Ryan are talking. We're conversing around. So I get interested. I get one of these premonitions that I speak about. It's wild here. So I go do a small bit of snooping. I see he's from Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, okay, cool. So I hit him up. So I hear you're from Atlanta. Yeah, how'd you know? I just took a quick look at your bio. I saw you were from Atlanta. Now he lives in Denver. He said, yeah. I said, I'm from Atlanta. I live right outside Atlanta. He said, oh yeah. He said, I used to live in Low Five Points. I said, oh yeah. And you can see on my video Low Five Points. I said, oh yeah, I used to work in Low Five Points. I used to work across the street at a $3 cafe. I used to go across the street, you know, where the hippies hang out in Hacky Sack. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I used to go over there every day for lunch in Hacky Sack. And I had a stripper girlfriend that worked off Cheshire Bridge at the time and would drop her off at work and would go to work and etc. And he says something. I don't think that's it. It's pretty much the end of the conversation, right? Something grabs me about this guy. I don't know if it's because he's from Atlanta. I go do some snooping, some research. I go look. Drum roll, please. Y'all already gonna know. I've pretty much revealed it. I see my ex-stripper girlfriend I was just talking to him about. Okay? I see him on her channel, David Black. Go look and see this. Her name was Natalie. Natalie Scoggins, okay? At the time that me and her were dating, her best friend was this girl, Chrissy Chance, okay? Chrissy was a very nice girl. Got Natalie the job at the stripping place. I found out that she was stripping. She did it behind my back. You should know that's not really the story's about. At the time, Chrissy was dating this guy, the lead singer Jay of Dick Delicious and the Tasty Testicles. Honest on Everything, played the Masquerade. That was the name of the band, Dick Delicious and the Tasty Testicles. Jay was the lead singer. Me and Nat used to go hang out and watch their shows. We went backstage with the Skate Niggas one time. We were all very tight. We hung out all the time. I had one length hair to my shoulders. They only played during this time frame, okay, right? From here to here. They stopped right when I get out of boot camp. I went away, as I discussed, for 9 months, almost a year, 9 months, some change. When I got out, they had already broken up. They had already stopped playing, okay? So it was only that small window that Dick Delicious and Tasty Testicles played, okay? I go through flipping through this guy, David Black. I go, checking his thing. I see Natalie. I'm like, holy crap. And I hit him up about it. I said, you know Natalie? He said, oh yeah, it's an old girlfriend of mine. I said, it's an old girlfriend of mine. I said, did you know Dick Delicious and Tasty Testicles? Yeah, we used to go. Yeah, I know him. We used to hang out with him. My jaw drops. He was Jody. He was the guy screwing my girl while I was in boot camp. I found out who Jody was. I didn't want to. I wasn't looking. Way long time ago, I cared and wanted to know and wanted to beat his ass, whoever he'd have been. Wouldn't matter if he was 5 foot or 10 foot tall. And here it is. I'm meeting Jody some 30 some odd years, 20 some odd years into the future. And here I am meeting this Jody, guy I was looking for some time. I didn't want to know. Don't get the story twisted or none of that. I'm just telling you. Everything that happens in life, everything that happens in the dark, comes to light. Everything. Every fucking thing. Do you understand now? Everything. Everything I ever wanted to know, see, hear, know about is coming to pass in my personal life. On a scale I can't even begin to explain to you people. These coincidences have happened, keep happening, are happening daily. Noonan, 15 miles ahead. We're going to the town that I was in, that I've been speaking about. I just recently here been talking a little more about it. Keep talking about my friend that killed himself, that was in a rehab place. We're going to this rehab place right now. Not to it, but to a house in the town. I'm more certain than ever I'll be real close to it. I'm gonna be close enough to go there. It took my breath away when I looked at my and it was during the time this morning I was listening to Birdman, and my wife is reading the Bible at the same time. When her jaw dropped, it was at the same time that I get the directions to where I'm going. I look at my phone, I see Noonan, Georgia. That's where I have to go today. I'm at a loss. It brought tears to my eyes. Truthfully, it blew me away. So me and my wife had this conversation. Says, you know what, Mike? She's had faith in me and that kind of stuff. Forget. She knows I work and can and will pay the bills. That kind of stuff, right? She ain't had a whole lot of faith and belief in what I'm doing here, thinking I've been doing it, maybe some things for not the right reasons. Too much talk about drugs, too much talk about this, these kind of things, okay? We're getting off here. Oh, yeah. She says, you know what? It just dawned on me. I said, what's that, honey? People I can't reach, you can reach. You are reaching. You were meant to reach. Do you believe that? Yeah, I believe that. I believe that now more than ever. Who's a person that's gonna have drug problems? Who are they gonna identify with? Who are they gonna listen to? Are they going to listen to their teacher? Are they going to listen to the police? Are they going to listen to everyone telling them it's bad, yada, yada, yada? Gas can. Who are they going to listen to? They might listen to me. They might listen to you. You might listen to me. A mission here, and I'm now more certain than ever. All these things are laying out like dominoes. They've just been laid out ahead of me, and I didn't know it. And I'm not saying I've got a better story than anybody. Every single one of us has got a story to tell. I think if you want to be and have and do the kind of stuff I've done and are trying to be in a queue, I believe you can manifest it in your own lives. I firmly, truly believe that. I don't believe I'm any better than anybody else on this planet. Don't ever get what I say twisted or wrong. If anything, I look more down upon myself than I do other people. Always been that way. never been able to make an A on a math test. But I believe I'm put here for a reason, and it's to get across to some of you, to leave behind a legacy of somebody that's been through the worst of the worst. I've been through the worst of the worst. I've seen some of the worst horrors in my life that I hope none of you ever have to experience and go through. But you will go through horrors in life. It's inevitable. We all lose loved ones. We all fall victim to circumstance. We all have friends that dabble in substance and ruin their lives. Not only I know a lot of people like that, I've been that person. I am that person like that. I hope this reaches the right people. I hope people get this message and they get out of it how I'm trying to put it across. I hope you perceive it like I'm intending for you to. I really hope and wish that. I didn't want to lose my friend Ryan. It breaks my heart. He's one of a lot of people I care about that are gone now. It's devastating to me. I hope you never have to experience it. I hope you never have to bury friend after friend after friend like I have. It's troubling. Get back to you when I get up to this place. Stay ADD.